We had, essentially a 4-year lead up before we actually opened in 2000. The initial phone call of invitation was from David Gratian, who was then the manager of the event centre. And the other person who worked very closely with David was the librarian, Dawn Madden. They were really the two strongholds in terms of council making moves towards having a gallery. And there was a quite strong community contingent as well who ended up becoming the friends of the gallery. Before the gallery space was converted, we would have paella afternoons out in the back, what is the car park area. We had a volunteer, Angel Bouge Casanova, who was a beautiful sculptor from Spain. And Angel would cook up these big paella feasts and we would make money that way. Continuing through after opening, we would have the Friends group do art auctions. And they'd make sometimes $4,000 or $5,000 within an hour. Really committed, passionate people. Norma Fox, Olwen Harding-Smith, Joan Sheldon. So many people, really, really brilliant in terms of their passion for obtaining a gallery. The recommendation for Category A was something that I felt was an upward aspiration for this community. The closest Category A gallery would have been the Queensland Art Gallery at the time. People didn't necessarily want to travel that far. But Vark Design came with a really exciting vision that partially married up with the Category A space. So there was a lot of learning going on between, the various components towards the vision for this gallery.
Certainly during my time, we got to build and even tour exhibitions from this region. There was real interest locally in putting together an award or a prize exhibition. It had to be one that suited the size of this space. It needed to be a prize of high quality and it would attract artists from across the country. So the Sunshine Coast Art Prize, which was first shown in 2006, was the result of that. And we were very lucky at the time that Sage and Legal, Mark Soden and Kyle Kimball came on board to sponsor the first 3 years of the Art Prize, which was really very valuable in that it saw the birth and the growth of that award as one of the major regional awards in the country. The collection, the education program, together with bringing art from nationally, bringing international prominent artists here, developing exhibitions and opportunities with our local artists. These are all really important activities to build the culture and character of the Sunshine Coast and ensure that it's understood and that people get to explore various issues and challenges that the region has, to tell the difficult stories and also to highlight the achievements.
In my time here, that was one of my remits, was to bring into the region things that the community may not be able to access and to give them something to engage in that is different, or something that prompts some new thinking or new ideas. Might be a bit risky, but it's about coming in and experiencing something. It's also great for our local artists to see what artists outside of the region are creating and working on. Art's always been part of me, so working with an art collection for the community is something to be that I'm really proud of doing, and my aim is to make that collection accessible and to enable our community and visitors to the community to connect in with the asset that we have.
One of the things I felt really passionately about was that the Regional Gallery should be your flagship venue for visual arts within the region. It's where people look to. You have to set the example to be the benchmark. It should also be aspirational. Working in this space was a joy. It was one of the reasons I was so excited about taking the role. It's an incredibly beautiful space. It's light-filled. You have this fabulous atrium, and artists really love showing in the space.
That's why we're here actually. It's to give our local artists a voice, and we're really proactive here. We've got a really fabulous little gallery shop where 45 of our local makers have artwork in, and we profile an artist each exhibition. We allow for people to experience them and experience art. We have lots of visitors that come to this region, and so for them to come into our space and go, oh, these are amazing, is great.
Initially, the art prize had a residency as part of that prize, and so for a month we would have artists coming from all over the country up into Mullaney. Arley Farm was the original sponsor of that prize, and we would run a very interesting public program, very different each time based on that artist and what they thought they could contribute to their local community from that residency.
On my very first day, we had the Sunshine Coast Art Prize on, and Miles Hall won that year. I've come to know Miles's family, so his piece of work, Splice, is very special to me that he won that year, and he did a residency up at Mullaney which I had to coordinate. Lovely fellow, I love that piece of work.
I reckon I've got the best actual job in the gallery because I get to curate all the events to enhance the visitor experience. The gallery's got a huge role to play in the community, right from toddlers with our Toddler Wednesday program. We do workshops and professional development workshops for artists, and we do a program called Mindful Art. People living with dementia coming to the gallery once a month, and we use that artwork to stimulate conversation with them. It's really great. It's a fabulous creative region here on the Sunshine Coast, and also I have to give credit to Sunshine Coast Council as well for their initiative with supporting in the arts.
I've been a local resident of Caloundra for 46 years. I have been a regular visitor to the gallery over many years, and it was probably after I retired that Mari approached me and asked me to join the committee to help her. Next miniature vice president and then next miniature president. Just as I came in as president, COVID hit. So that was extremely difficult because one of our primary roles is to fundraise, and suddenly we couldn't have anybody in the gallery, we couldn't have large gatherings. At the time that I came in, it was just when the council was activating the cultural hub, and we were talking about new gallery and things like that. So I thought that we needed to be able to have something that was a little more concrete, that we could talk to future sponsors or patrons or donors about. So I took it upon myself with the committee to set up a 5-year strategic plan because COVID limited our fundraising activities. That just put a dampener on a whole lot of things that we'd planned. We certainly engaged with the wider community a lot more. It was my intention that perhaps we spread a bit further than Caloundra, that this is a regional gallery and we needed to be incorporating people from the wider area. And so we were holding events and we were holding discussions in the gallery, and we wanted the Friends to be an organisation that really people wanted to be part of. When we had competitions and children were involved, we went out to the schools to hand out their prizes. And so that was a way of us moving the Friends of the Gallery and the gallery itself, advocate for the gallery, out there into the communities. I volunteer in the gallery now and I see small children come running in every week, and they will not let their mum go past the gallery without coming in and just be totally in awe of what they see.
When I came to Caloundra, I joined a local arts association group. I was introduced to the then president of Friends, Mari Piggott, and Mari signed me up to become a member of the Friends of the Gallery. And I continued that membership over 25 years, culminating in an invitation to become president of the Friends of the Regional Gallery at Caloundra, in concert with being president of the Caloundra Arts Centre Association. I set about my own agenda based on the experience of the gallery to that point. And I was very lucky indeed that the new members of the committee were all experienced in either business or in their attachment to the arts in one form or another. And so we had a very vibrant, active, energetic and creative new committee, increasing our attitude and our focus on advocacy. From day one, I saw the value of having an arts prize for the local artist, the then local artist, local content, now the local contemporary art prize, to increase the value of the prizes. We put together a submission for a major grant to add a significant space to the gallery in the new arts annex out the back here. That was a magnet for the local community, our residents, our visitors, local, interstate, international. And what we had to provide was a quality of support that would maintain that level of high quality professionalism, which was the attraction that I think the gallery deserved. I have an avid interest and a passion for what's to happen with the arts in our community, driven by a very, very positive council who recognise the incredible value that a gallery such as this and its next iteration have for our expanding community.
I've been coming to the gallery for at least 15 years. I've been a member of Friends for almost that amount of time. And I think when I retired, I was seeking something that brought joy into my daily life. And this certainly has opened up a whole new way of experiencing art and being part of my community. I now have a wonderful team of committee members who have a great skill mix, applying for grants for the benefit of the gallery. We also have improved our social media outreach and our marketing outreach. We're always looking for ideas about how to bring more people into the gallery, to bring more people into enjoying arts in general. We've collaborated with the Sunny Coast Showdown and we ran an event here in the gallery. We've got a collaboration with the Caloundra Art House movies called the Caloundra Film Festival. We had the pleasure of actually constructing a new art annex at the rear of the gallery. This has provided a really great space for lots of workshops, programs, events, launches, and at the specific launch of the art annex, we put on a great show with a collaboration with Art Flamenco. We're here to support the gallery, and so we encourage our friends to come to all the programs, events and the workshops that are happening here. But also as friends, we offer just something a little bit extra. We have a memorandum of understanding with the council and the gallery staff, and that's just recently been updated, and we've also just recently updated our strategic plan 2025 to 2030. So there's exciting things happening there. We've got goals, we've got aspirations, and we've got a clear pathway of where we want to be going into the future.
It is the glue in a community, a glue in the community, which draws people together and provides them with insights into history, current situation, and where we're going. A window on the soul of a community.
So there's plenty of opportunity, I think, for everybody to really enjoy art for art's sake. I think Picasso said art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life, and I think everybody can do with a little bit of that.
Well, my mother used to always say, life is not a dress rehearsal, and I would say just get out there and do what really does make your life richer.
I think art is absolutely essential, and therefore galleries which provide that sort of interface between artists and the community are vital to all communities.
It's about sort of, I guess, showing the rest of the country the Sunshine Coast has a lovely collection, and that we have a lovely gallery that we would like to see grow.
It's these regional spaces that interest me the most. You're providing a very valuable service to the building of the identity of the region. You're supporting the well-being and development of community, to reveal the stories and culture of the region, and to develop the arts sector, and particularly the visual arts for that region. So we know that the Sunshine Coast is renowned as a creative region, and you can really see that in the work that happens in a space such as Caloundra Regional Gallery.
I'm passionate about the pivotal platform that they provide to artists in terms of exposure, promotion, education and exchange. So it's about with and for the artists, bringing other artists in, and does show how important the connectivity is and what a regional art gallery can provide to the community.
Places such as this are really important. They become a hub for people. It's an amazing space, but of course our population and our region has become so much bigger. So council, rightly so, has looked at that, and they've come up with a fabulous arts plan for an arts precinct. There's a real commitment to expanding the gallery, which we're so excited about. It means we can tell more stories, both local and national and international. So you have these amazing voices from everywhere. The community has already had a big conversation with us about what they want to see and what they want to do. We're at the top of something that's so extraordinary. And I really feel very privileged to be part of a team that's going to help create the cultural spaces and the cultural space